I get asked a lot of questions about the hobby. How fast does a car go? What ready to run should I buy? What's the coolest radio out there? All great questions. My favorite question though is, what class do I like to race in? And the answer is simple. I love running A-scale off-road, Nitro specifically. Now I know a lot of people get scared off by Nitro engines and electric's really cool and all that. But Nitro, there's just something about it. The excitement, the smell, the sound, the challenge of tuning a Nitro engine, all that is just really cool stuff. And when it comes to racing them on the track, I think the racing is just intense. And that's why I love going A-scale Nitro racing. So Losi came out with this 8 Nitro Buggy. It's a ready to run. So for those of you who are thinking about challenging yourself, going to the next level after electric, and maybe want to try out A-scale off-road Nitro, this might be the kit for you. Okay, before we break into this box, let's check out the outside. First up, really cool action image right up front. Very cool for those of you heading into the hobby store, want to see what A-scale racing is about, gives you an idea right there. The other cool thing is, we've got more details on what's in the kit right here. So over here, we've got a little section about Built to Win, and it gives you all the ideas of what's going on inside of this kit right off the start. So first up, it's built off the 8 championship winning platform. Great platform, of course. We've got the Gen 3 radio tray, very important for the new style kits. We've got a Dynamite .21 engine already inside there. We've got multi-gear transmission with sealed differentials. Again, proven system from the Losi camp. We've got a Spectrum waterproof receiver, nice to see. Waterproof Spectrum servos as well. We've got center and rear dog bones, less friction, nice to see right off the bat. 15mm adjustable shocks. And we've got Losi tires. All great stuff right there. Alright, now on the end of the box here, gives you some details of what's included in the kit. Again, we've got a Spectrum radio system in here. Also includes a Dynamite receiver pack, which is really nice, and 4 AA's to power the radio system. What you're going to need is, you're going to need fuel, fuel bottle, glow igniter, and receiver battery charger. Understandable stuff for what you're going to need in a Nitro kit. Then over here on this side, we've got some of the option parts that they sell. Really cool stuff that they show you right on the outside of the box here. And then on the top, you just got some more details about the buggy itself, just in different languages depending on where you are. So, great stuff. Now let's dip inside the box. Now, this kit is sealed from the factory. When you get your kit, make sure that seal's intact. I've already cut it, so let's take a look inside the box. Alright, right off the bat, very cool. You can see the assemble buggy in here. We've got some extra protective boxes to help keep it sturdy inside the box here. Up here we have the box with the radio system, and I'm sure we've got some accessory parts elsewhere inside the box. Let's take a look. Alright, so yes, this is the radio box here. Inside, we've got the Spectrum radio system, well protected in that bubble wrap. And there's the DX2E radio system. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's pull the buggy out. Let's get rid of these protective boxes here. Of course, we've got the 8 Buggy. How cool does this thing look? We've already got a cab forward racing style body on it. Really cool graphics on here. Dynamite red head popping out. We've got some thick aluminum shock towers. We've got the great XBT tires. I'm really excited to get into this thing. See what else we have inside the box here. We've got a, looks like a universal instruction manual for the 8 Buggy and Truggy. So we probably have a lot of information in there. If you've never driven a Nitro Buggy, you're going to want to read the manual, start to finish. You should do that with any kit. Alright, so let's take a look. We've got the buggy zip tied down here to this box for more stability during shipping. Cut this off. Let's put this aside, see what else we have inside this box here. That the wing is in here. Alright, yep, we've got the wing and some accessories here. So, there's your 8 wing, and we've got the decals. You have to apply those yourself. Over here we have a cross wrench. We've got a bind plug and 4 AA batteries. let's get this over to the workbench. I'm going to show you what makes this a great ready-to-run buggy. All right, I've moved my Losi buggy over here to the workbench, and as you can see, this has a great look to it. Let's take a look at the body closer. This is a cab forward style racing body. So what a cab forward style body does for you is it puts a more downforce on the front of the car. It gets some more bite going into the corners. Now Losi went and they cut out all the major openings for you. We've got the fuel tank access here. We've got the stinger cut out for the muffler. We've got the pull start and engine nicely cut out. And even in the back here, we've got the rear body mount slotted because the rear of the chassis flexes. That's already cut for you. Really nice. Decals came pre-applied from the factory. And again, that graphics package looks great. I've pulled the body off the buggy, and the first thing I noticed here is a Gen 3 radio tray, which is really nice to see. Now, it's a Gen 3 radio tray because the first few generations of the radio tray that were in the Losi 8 buggies, there was some throttle servo issues, and this is non-existent with this new style of radio tray. There's no worries there. Your throttle servo is actually mounted all the way up front. We have your steering servo here. We have your receiver mounted in this box here, and this is where the battery pack goes. And it's already included, it's inside here. Back here we have your on-off switch. Now as you can see, we've got a nice short linkage up to the front steering assembly, and we've got this long linkage here for the throttle. Brings it back to this ball bearing crank assembly here, and this controls your throttle arm. And over here it controls your brakes, front and rear brakes, which are adjustable with these bias screws. Really great setup. Lots of exciting stuff going on this buggy. Let's move over to this tank side. Over here we have the 125cc tank. We've got this nice little flip top lid handle here. Makes it really easy for quick fills. Got a black aluminum pipe here for the Dynamite .21 engine. As you can see, the engine is fitted with a recoil pull start here. Down inside, behind these hoses, we'll just rip these off right here, is the aluminum flywheel, and that's a 4-shoe flywheel in there with a steel clutch bell. Of course, ball bearings supporting the clutch bell. We've got some machined aluminum motor mounts. Some really great stuff going on here. Losi has everything on point for what a racer's gonna need. Let's move on to some of the suspension. All right, what I noticed right off the bat are these composite shocks. Something new for Losi. They have not had a composite shock on the front of their A-scale off-road cars before, but it looks like a nice composite shock, basically the same style as the aluminum shock that's found on the TLR kits. We do have an aluminum spring collar here for preload adjustment, and we do get the rubber boots as well, which is nice to see. What's also nice to see is we have the reverse threaded screw here, so the screw doesn't back out as the shocks move up and down. Up here we have a stamped aluminum tower here, and it's black anodized. Now here's the other big change from a TLR kit to this ready-to-run kit, are these links right here. These are fixed links, and with the Team Losi racing kits, there's a turnbuckle here, and that allows you to have some toe adjustments and some camber adjustments, but with these fixed links, you don't have to worry about adjustments, so it's nice in one respect that you don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, once you do start racing and you do want to try different camber adjustments, you will have to upgrade those. Not a big deal, but you know, if you're going to be serious about racing, you may want to consider some turnbuckles later on down the road. What I've also noticed is we have the capped aluminum hinge pin plates here, which do a great job of supporting the hinge pins, but there are aftermarket units from TLR if you're looking for more tuning options. The sway bar does come stock with the kit, which is really nice to see because a lot of ready-to-run companies, they omit the sway bars to help keep costs down, but Losi included with this kit. The suspension arms, again, these are from the 8 and they are very durable. They got a nice stiff feel to them, which should translate to better tuning and handling on the track. Over here we have the Losi steering spindle with the caster block, and as you can see, those are nice and solid as well. We've got the kingpins here, and we've got black anodized aluminum 17mm wheel hexes. In the rear, we have similar features to the front that help make this kit more affordable. We've got the fixed links, we've got the composite shocks, there's the aluminum hinge pin plates with the composite covers, and we also have steel dog bones here instead of universal shafts. But on the racing side of things, we've got nice firm arms, and we have sway bars in the rear as well. It took a minute to remove the battery cover so we could take a look at the included pack. Here it is right here. It comes in this bubble wrap for protection during shipping.
And it's a Dynamite 1600 milliamp speed pack. This is a nickel metal battery pack, so you're going to need a nickel metal battery charger for it. And just remember, of course, to plug it in nice and tight before you start running the vehicle. While we're here, let's take a look at the Dynamite engine again. As you can see, it's got a nice large red head to it. It's got the Dynamite logo etched in it. It uses a standard style glow plug, and I did a little bit of research that Dynamite does offer a backplate for this, so you can eliminate the pull start. Now just keep in mind that when you do that, you are going to need different engine mounts. I have some of those right here. These are from the TLR kits. You're going to need those to drop the engine down in order to gain access to the flywheel with the starter box. Let's take a look at the Buggy chassis. As you can see, it's got this nice black aluminum chassis. All the screws are countersunk. Even the flywheel opening is beveled a little bit, so you gain easier access to that flywheel. And peeking out here, we can see the aluminum hinge pin plates, which is really nice to see, a nice thick one in the rear. We also have the 4.0 droop screws, which have nice wide heads on them, so they catch that tab right there. And just a really nice setup. You can see the spur gear poking out below here for clearance, and then the differentials feel really nice out of the kit. And here's a look at the Spektrum DX2E radio. It is a basic radio system, but it's got some great functions to it. It's got steering rate knob over here. It's got the throttle trim here, steering trim here. It's got servo reversing switches, the bind button, and the on-off switch. This 2.4 gigahertz radio does run on 4 AA batteries and transmits to the Spektrum SR310 receiver, which sends the signals over to the S605 Spektrum steering and throttle servo. After going through all the features on the Losi 8 ready to run, I'm really excited to run this buggy. All I have left to do is install the graphics on the wing, charge up the battery, break in the engine, grab some fuel, and head to the track. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please click on that button. If you have any comments, throw it in the section below. Hey, and while you're there, tap on that thumbs up button.